anytime I'm hunting like this, all I'm doing is I'm taking my time. I'm moving very, very slow, very deliberate in the way I walk, in the direction I walk. I'm not still hunting. I'm sort of almost like spot and stalk hunting, except I'm just moving through the woods very, very slow, almost like I'm creeping through the woods, trying not to be seen and be a ghost. I want to be as silent and as slow moving as I can. Now, with that being said, obviously me and the dog are out here today, so we're going to make a little more movement than normal. But we've done seen 4 does, and we just watched a little small, down here we call them cow horns. Some people call them little spikes, but it's just a little buck with just nothing but little spikes on them, about like that right there. I had a perfect broadside shot. If I wanted the meat, he'd have been very easy to take, but I don't want to shoot such a small buck. Generally, I'm out here for the meat, but at the same time, I try to be very selective of the game I do take. But since we seen him, he ended up spotting he never saw me. He spotted the dog. He never blew or showed any signs of distress, but he did turn around and take off running. So I'm trying to give him about 10 minutes before we pick up and we start back moving again. If I can get a decent buck today, that would be nice. But if not, I will settle for a doe. Again, I'm not out here for a trophy. I'm out here for meat. I look at this more for meat than I do for trophy. Not everybody's that way, but that's how I am. I've been hunting the past 2 days. Seen quite a few deer the past 2 days. Today's my 3rd day hunting, but I've seen quite a few deer the past 2 days. I was over watching a canal for those 2 days. Seen a lot of does. Seen one very, very nice buck. I mean, a beautiful buck. But he was rutting, so he was chasing a doe. I never could get a shot off on him. Not ethically. He was hauling ass. He was moving way too fast. So now that it's been about 10 minutes, I'm going to pack everything up and we're going to get to moving. We'll probably move it's 11 o'clock now. We'll probably move for another hour and then we'll stop for lunch. And hopefully we can find a good spot to stop for lunch. Find a good spot to stop for lunch that can, overlook a good kind of open area like I'm at right now. That would be really excellent. I could sit here and eat lunch and also could do some, just watch and see if I see any movement. Alright, so next time I check back in, hopefully we'll be eating lunch. My dog's wandering around while I'm getting ready to eat some lunch. But I know she'll be here soon. She hears all this going. There she comes. We're just gonna use that as the stove. Some ramen. And some chicken. And that'll be lunch. It's not ready. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. Whenever you use these Esbit cubes, to make sure you take them and grind a little spot in it. When you do that, it just makes it a lot easier to get it going. I forgot I had this lid for the canteen cup. These are very, you can see where it came from. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but this right here is a good addition to a canteen, or a canteen cup, I should say. Thing getting hot. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for this to heat up. And I don't know if I just caught that on camera, but here's my view for lunch. So I'm gonna wait for that to heat up, and then we'll eat it, and then we'll get to moving on again, see if we can't see anything else. So, about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, we following along just a run that cuts through the swamp, and I seen a nice buck, most definitely a shooter. So I'm just been following along now, toward the direction I think he went. Don't think I spooked him because he was walking away from me, and at too much obstruction could not get a shot. At least not an ethical shot. So I just stopped just now, take a sip of water. I'm gonna put my canteen back up, and we're gonna move along. Probably 10 minutes after I seen him, I seen another little small buck, but he saw me, but he again just turned around and walked away. He didn't I didn't spook him or anything like that. And if the audio is very low on this particular video, I apologize. Again, I'm trying not to talk loud because I'm hunting, but I will try and enhance the audio. So please excuse that, and no need to comment about how I'm talking quiet. And also, before anybody says anything, no, my dog is not messing up my hunt, because the last 2 deer I've seen didn't even have a clue she was there. So I'll check back in again in a little bit, but I'm gonna put my canteen back up and I'm gonna move on. Alright, so we're walking back to the truck now. Gnat. But never did see anything else. We snuck along. We probably been out here now for, it's It's about 2 o'clock now. Probably about 5-6 hours now. Seen quite a few does. Ended up seeing 2 small bucks and 1 very nice buck. Never could get a shot on them. Coming out here like this though and hunting this way, it's a very good way to practice moving quietly through the woods, moving stealthily, not being seen, not being heard, how to walk through the woods and stuff like that. It's a very, very, very good way to do it. Not only that, you're hunting, so if you're lucky and cards fall right, you get a deer and you get meat and then you get to eat. So doing stuff like this is kind of well, it ain't kinda, it is beneficial to you, especially if you have the places you can go do it. Even if you're doing hunting on public land, I mean, you don't have to have private land to come out and practice stuff like this. Go do it, go hunt on public land and hunt this way. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's all part of the, you know, the big puzzle of being very good out here and being proficient at being in, you know, in the woods and stuff. So I'm gonna get back to the truck. Probably won't be able to hunt now for another week or so, but hopefully next week I can come out here and get something. Right now, though, once we get back home, I've got to clean my rifle because me and the dog took a nasty little spill crossing a hill. So my rifle went straight down into it. There's no dirt in the barrel, didn't clog up the barrel or anything like that, but she still needs to be cleaned now. So take care of your equipment, take care of your rifle,